We are less than 48 hours away till GE15 nomination day, but major coalitions have already announced their candidates. Tonight, we'll take a look at some of the hot seats in GE15. Let's now bring in Hafiz Marzuki. Hafiz, one of the biggest battles that we know will happen so far is going to be in Tambun, Perak, between opposition leader Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim and incumbent Datuk Seri Faizal Azumu. Now, with this two major figures clashing in Tambun, is it too soon then to dismiss Barisan Nasional's potential in the seat?
That's a very interesting question, Cynthia. In fact, if we were to look at Tambun all the way back in 1986, it has always been a Barisan Nasional stronghold all the way up until GE14, where you see here Ahmad Faizal Azumu, or more affectionately known as Peja, beats the incumbent Ahmad Husni Muhammad Anazlah. Of course, you may feel it's a familiar name because he has served as a cabinet minister. In fact, Husni was a 5-term Tambun MP all the way until 2018, where he lost to Peja with a majority of 5,320. You are definitely right, Cynthia. Amiduddin Hanafiah, which is the Tambun UMNO division candidate, definitely has a chance. Of course, the analyst now is very much focused on the battle between, or the clash between these two titans, which is Peja and, of course, Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim. But I don't want to just talk about just Tambun. We've spoken about Tambun all this while. The other big seat that we should also be looking for is, of course, P98 Gombak. Of course, we are seeing here Datuk Seri Azmin Ali, which is the incumbent, is expected to defend against his successor, Datuk Seri Amiruddin Shahari, for PKR. Of course, looking at this seat, you can see here, it's a very significant majority that Datuk Seri Azmin has, 48,000. He has been a mainstay in Gombak politics, winning the seat all the way back to 2008. So it's more than a decade that he has been in, and Amiruddin definitely has it a big task, a mammoth task, just to wrest the seat back from Azmin. Next, we're also looking at the battle of the cabinet ministers. Of course, I'm referring to former Health Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Zulkifli Ahmad, and also the caretaker Finance Minister Datuk Seri Tengku Zafrul Tengku Abdul Aziz. As you can see here, Kuala Selangor is quite interesting because if you were to look all the way back in GE14, Zulkifli won with a majority of 8,498, and he beats Irmo Hizam Ibrahim, who was the incumbent. Irmo Hizam won it way back in GE13, beating Zulkifli, who was the incumbent then. Zulkifli won this seat way back in GE12. So you can see here there's a bit of flipping back and forth. Kuala Selangor never a confirmed seat. So it'll be interesting to see how this thing will pan out. As far who will win the seat, it remains to be seen.
Well, definitely the three seats that we are keeping an eye out for. I would also like to take a closer look at the Titi Wangsa seat, because former Finance Minister Datuk Seri Johari Abdul Ghani is staging a comeback in GE15, but he's been out for a term from politics, losing in 2018 in a three-cornered fight. What are his chances this time around, Hafiz?
Yes, Datuk Seri Johari, or more affectionately known as Joe Ghani, is definitely popular in Titi Wangsa. You can see he's still doing his rounds despite losing. Let's take a look here after GE14, where I would say he suffered due to the three-cornered fight between Datuk Seri Rina Harun for Bersatu back then in Pakatan Harapan, and of course there is Muhammad Nur Muhammad from PAS. You see, he suffered from this three-cornered fight because it creates this difference of 4,139 majority, which went to Rina. But this time around, it's even more interesting, Cynthia, because we look at this. Johari will be facing former Federal Territories Minister Khalid Abdul Samad, who has actually moved from Shah Alam, coming here just to face him, just trying to maintain the seat for Pakatan Harapan. Also, at the same time, there's Dr. Rosni Adam. PAS has always been known to be a spoiler. I'm not too sure whether it's going to be the same thing in 2018, but also you cannot discount the fact of Khairuddin Abu Hassan, who's contesting in this seat this time around for Pejuang. So actually, it remains to be seen. Can't wait for the GE14. Next, I'll move on to Kota Belud. We're traveling all the way back to East Malaysia, and the title here basically explains itself. Guess who's back? And of course, I'm referring to Datuk Seri Abdul Rahman Dahlan from UMNO. Why I'm saying he's back? Because back in GE14, he had to contest in Sepangga, which he lost. And this time around, he's facing the incumbent Isnail Rashah Munirah Majlis. So these are all the seats that we can bring you tonight. Of course, we would like to bring you more seats as the election season progresses.
Well, thank you so much, Hafiz. Clearly a lot to look out for, and the names will be confirmed who's contesting in G15 this Saturday during the nomination day, and that's what we're keeping an eye out for this week.